Good morning, Beardsley Bears. It's it's Thursday, Miss Mata.
That's right.
It's Thursday. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Hello, everybody.
We're going to tell you why we're having our assembly on Thursday and why you have Friday off and Monday. But before we do that, I think we need to start with our flag salute. Are you ready, Miss Mata?
I am ready. I hope everybody out there is ready for our salute. I hope you're already standing because we do it every week. So here we go. Everybody put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. I made that little, because I kind of heard a robot, but then I thought, you know what, it's not too bad. And we're saying the flag, so it'll work. But boys and girls, we have some exciting news to share. And I don't know if you know why we're not wearing spirit wear, but I think someone can tell you. So let's start with her news. Da-da-da-da! Miss Mata!
Yes, everybody, you may notice this floating heart by me, and you may notice the colors that we're wearing today. Remember, we wanted to participate in our Spirit Day as well. And if you remember, Wednesday, we had Friendship Day, and we encouraged everybody to wear red, like Miss Romero, or pink, or white. So we wanted to show our spirit, and along with Friendship Day, you know that those colors are associated with another little celebration. Do you guys know what it is?
I think I hear it.
Did you hear it?
Valentine's Day.
That's right, Valentine's Day. Now, usually when we are in school, we give out Valentines to our friends. So it may look a little bit different. It may have looked a little bit different this year in your classroom, but I know your teachers are addressing Valentine's Day in some sort of way. And of course, we had to have Friendship Day because along with Valentine's Day and love and hearts are the colors. We have to value our friends. So
absolutely,
we thought we'd tie it all together. So that's right. We loved seeing all of your pictures that you sent. So look to our social media if you haven't seen them yet for all of those friends and red and white and pink. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Yes, that was great seeing all those pictures, and we're excited. But I think you still have news, Miss Mata.
I do, because
I'll give you a hint.
Here's another hint. Looks like a letter.
Here's another hint. I guess that goes with two things.
That's
Here's
right.
another hint. I forgot. I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Keep thinking.
No, you just tell them.
Okay, if you think of it, because I know sometimes we forget, if you think of it and you remember, you make sure you share it. Well, if all of those hints did not help you, you can hear this hint, which will definitely help you. Our Student of the Month focus for this month is our letter W, which stands for, that's right, wise choices. We are focusing on wise choices this month in the month of February. And I know that all of your teachers are pointing out different ways that you can be wise in your choices. I know.
And then we will say, you go girl, you go boy, with your wise choices.
That's right. I know, and Miss Romero, I know there's something starting this month that we are focusing on. There's actually a group of testing that is happening this month, which I think ties into wise choices. You want to talk about that?
Absolutely. I'm sorry, you cut out. Did you want me to share?
Yes,
I
please.
will definitely share. So you boys and girls in all of our classes from preschool all the way up to 8th grade have been taking tests all year. You've been taking SRI tests, you've been taking writing tests, you've been taking math tests, you've been taking just different types of tests that the teachers have given you. And it is your wise choices when you study, when you come to class on time, when you attend your scheduled testing time. Those are all wise choices. And what Miss Mata is sharing is that starting next week, we're going to be pulling some students to take tests at what we call the state level, meaning that, yes, like all the kids in California, take this test, Miss Mata, that you're going to be starting to give next week. Our first group will be our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and that is our LPAC test. So boys and girls, remember when you are ready to take a test, you are continuing to make wise choices. You are taking your time. You are persevering. You are giving it your all, and you're believing in yourself, most importantly. Because if you don't know the answer, take a big breath, go to the next one, and maybe come back, or just try your best. We are also going to start prepping all of our 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. That's a lot of grades. In preparation of your state test, which will also be administered this year. So boys and girls, you are getting a couple letters if you're in, well, you could be getting a letter from Ms. Mata for if you're as young as kinder, just for information, all the way to 8th grade. And then if you're in 3rd through 8th grade, you're going to get a letter from the school about some assessments we're going to be administering to you to help you in preparation for all these big tests you're going to take in the next couple of months. So wise choices: be on time, be prepared, study, and believe in yourself.
And tell yourself, you go.
You got this.
Mhm.
You go, girl. You go, boy.
That's right. That's right. So keep up the great work and know that all of us are cheering right behind you.
Woo! You
And
got
know
this
You can do your best.
on the test.
That's right. All right.
Okay.
I think we are ready for our
So
next focus.
I think we are. And Miss Mata, I shared at the beginning, the reason why we're having our flag assembly this week on a Thursday is because you don't have school tomorrow
That's right.
or Monday. They're really loud again. I see them boogie woogie dancing. But remember, usually there's always a reason why you have the day off, and you can't forget, just like we shared with Veterans Day and just like we shared with Thanksgiving, any time you've had a day off, it's important to know why, even when it's staff development and teachers are here and staff's here and I'm here and we're all learning because we're all teachers and we all continue to learn. So this time, the reason you have Friday off tomorrow, February 12th, is because, do you know? I know some of you have been learning about this.
It's about 2 people.
Yes.
Maybe these hints will help you.
I wonder why you have those days off.
Who's on my hat? Who's on Ms. Romero's hat? Does anybody recognize these people?
I think I heard a couple people say it. You're right. This is Abraham Lincoln, and that is
George Washington.
And we're going to share some fun facts with you because it is their birthday, but also we are celebrating All Presidents Day because all presidents are important. And so I think maybe Miss Mata should go first because she was
I was number 1. I was the first president. I mean, Mr. Washington was the first president. Yes, so you have Friday and Monday off in honor of these 2 presidents, especially Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. So we thought, I know you've probably learned some facts about these presidents with your teachers this week, but we thought, let's add in some more fun. So My president, George Washington, he was the very, very first president that we ever had. And he was president in 1789. And he served as president for 8 full years, from 1789 to 1797. That was a long time ago, because if you think we're in 2020 and he was president in 1789, that was a long, long time. I can't even count that, how far that is.
I think somebody could do the math today and let us know.
There's your challenge. Try to figure it out from 1789 to 2020. How many years is that? All right. He was inaugurated, meaning he was sworn in to be the president when he was 57 years old. And he actually is important because he created a lot of the jobs that presidents continue to do even today, because he was the first one. So he had to kind of organize things.
Yeah, big job.
Yes, it's pretty amazing that a lot of the things that he put in place in 1789, a lot of presidents continue to do today. He was actually very famous for, because he not only was president, but he also served in the army. And he actually led the army in the American Revolution, which you will learn about in U.S. history, and they actually won. He led them to victory. He's so important that in Washington, D.C., they actually named it after him. Washington, D.C., get it? George Washington. It was named after him. And not only was the Capitol named after him, there's actually a monument built to him. It's a very tall monument, and it's called, what do you know? The Washington Monument. So, lastly, he's actually so important too. So there's lots of reasons you can see, but he's on our money. Does anybody know? Oh, I think you showed him a hint. That's okay.
Did.
He is on our $1 bill. There's his face. See the resemblance? Wow. So there are some facts about President George Washington.
Well, I have some facts about Abe Lincoln.
Teach us, teach us.
Well, I already heard some of the kids tell me one of them. One of the most important is that, yes, he wasn't the first, but he was pretty great. Honest Abe, they called him, because he was a good guy. He was the 16th president of the United States. He was 52 years old when he was inaugurated, and he served as president from 1861. I'll say that again, 1861. So that not 100 years, but gosh, what, around 80 years after George Washington-ish? I'd have to do the math, but it's around 60, 80 years. I didn't do the math, but you guys could do the math. So he was our 16th president, and he was our president from 1861 to 1865. Some of the things that one of the biggest things that he is known for that you will read about in history when you're studying all about U.S. history, and mind you, that's just not in elementary school for your grades that you are taught U.S. history. It starts even back from when you're taught about community and our own community, and then California, and then the states, and so forth and so on. But he was president and famous for leading the country during the Civil War. The Civil War is a huge part of history that all of you, if you haven't learned about, will learn about. And one of the things that he did and that he supported and that he pushed was to abolish slavery. And as we know, that was back in between 1861 and 1865. That was really important, and that changed our history for what we have now. So really important. They do call him Honest Abe, and you'll probably connect things I know from elementary school, Ms. Mata. I remember like the log cabin, Honest Abe, the top hat. He always wore a top hat. He was a tall gentleman too. He was quite tall. I want to say
I did read that he was over 6 feet. He was like 6'4".
Yeah, he was a tall guy, tall, lanky guy. But he also, Miss Mata, you're not the only one with a memorial in Washington, D.C.
Does Abe Lincoln have one?
Abraham Lincoln also has a memorial in Washington, D.C. I've been very fortunate to have visited that memorial and George Washington Memorial. Yeah. So one day,
It's
hopefully all of
amazing.
you get to visit and know a bit of history. It's always important to know your history when you go to Washington, D.C., because there's a lot of history. So I also, kind of sad because you're kind of worth more than me, but he is on, do you see it?
I do see it. Is that a penny?
It's a penny. He's on the penny. But he's worth more than the penny, I'll tell you that much.
Of course.
Some fun facts about Abraham Lincoln, and I'm sure many of you can even share some facts you learned about both George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and possibly other presidents. So we challenge you, email us, let us know.
We love to learn.
We love to learn too. So we want to, though, really know why we have those days off. And it is because our presidents and the history that they have, or not the history, but what they have accomplished, what they have provided for us as Americans that has affected us now, even though this was years ago, a lot of years ago. That's the other challenge. It affects us now. And as Ms. Mata said, so much of what they created is our government and how we are
that must
run.
be why
And
we
our-
honor them. That
It
has to
probably-
be why we honor them, because, you don't get a holiday named after you or a day off of school just because that's your name.
You're right.
Accomplish some things.
There's no Miss Mata Day or Miss Romero Day. Maybe one day, Miss Mata, we'll do something great. And we'll
Maybe.
give a day too. Maybe. I don't know, because this is pretty big. This is really big. Okay, boys and girls, but we're excited that we could share those fun facts with you. And we want you to know the reason, again, why you have the days off. So with that, we're going to switch gears. Do, 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 do. And beep, 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 beep. We have some good news to share.
Where's your you remember your little chat you did last time? Good news, good news.
Good news, good news. We got some good news to share. Good news, good news. It's good news time. And remember, just because we don't share about you or your class doesn't mean the good news isn't coming, because we can only share so many a week. But for this week, Miss Mata, I'm going to share first. We have Mrs. Posner's class. She has shared with both Miss Mata and myself about kids reading, meeting benchmark, increasing their SRI points, some moving to proficient. Don't say it's not possible in distance learning, because you kids are proving it's possible. And she has also shared how successful the kids have been during their breakout groups. They have in Google Meets, they have like little breakout groups where they get to work with different kids. And she said, kids that didn't talk before are leading the groups. Talk about grit, talk about perseverance, talk about confidence. You go, boys and girls. You know what? You go, girl. You go, boy, because that is huge. So keep up the good work, Miss Posner's class. Whoop, whoop. Good news.
All right. Well, I don't know if I can top that, but I can definitely add to it. I've got some good news from Miss EK's class. Oh my goodness. Miss EK's list. That's right. Her list was just went on and on. She was just bragging on her kids. She said that she has really been encouraging her students to read, and they've been coming through. They're using RAS. They're using Epic. Woo! They are reading so much. She said hours and hours of reading. So, when you read more, you actually learn more, and then you become a better writer, a better reader. It just helps you in so many different areas.
That's called making wise choices.
That's right. She's got a combo class. She's got second grade and she's got third grade. She bragged on her second graders because she said that they are learning to count money using dollars and coins and different combinations. She said it was tough, but you know what? They persevered and they are rocking it.
Good news.
That's right.
And now they're going to know when they're counting a penny that it's Abraham Lincoln's face on the penny. And they're going to know when they're counting the dollars that it's George Washington's face.
I bet.
Those facts help you remember information.
I bet they were even telling us, they were probably even yelling through the screen and we missed it, that they already knew that. But
you're right. You're right. Good news.
Well, she's also bragging on her third graders because her third graders had to persevere also because they were learning all about fractions.
Ooh.
And fractions can be a little tough, but they were learning about fractions that were greater than 1, less than 1. They were even comparing fractions, figuring out which was more and which was less, which is a whole other skill. But you guess what? You guess what? They persevered and they rocked it.
Good news. It's like the dollar is 1/5 of the $5 bill.
Wow. Did you just think of that?
I did, because I'm connecting everything I learned today.
Wow. I think the dendrites in your brain just fired. That's right. Well, I told you that Miss Ike had a lot to brag on her students. Well, she had one more thing to say about her kids.
Oh my gosh.
We have dance classes. We have videos that are sent to our classes every week. And Miss Ike said that her class is absolutely loving dance class. And she says that they all get up and they all move their bodies and they just love the music and the dance. So that is some good news. It sounds like they're working really hard in her class.
They are.
Well, should we continue the good news?
I think you have another piece of information to add on to the good news.
We're going to keep rolling with it. I have some good news from Miss Martinez's class. Yes, she teaches the tiniest of our students, aside from our preschoolers. But Miss Martinez's, her classes are our TK students, and they are not only one of our youngest groups, but they're actually our first dual class that we offer on campus. So they get to learn 100%, almost 90% in Espanol.
Espanol. Good news. They're going to be right. Prepared.
And she was saying that more than half of her kids can name the 4 basic shapes in Spanish. Like círculo, which is sí, y triángulo, un más.
I think I need to go to her class. I can't think of it.
Well, if you can't, I'm going to help you.
Cuadrado.
That's right.
Miss Martinez's class for teaching me. And thank you, Miss Mata, for helping me.
That's right. So she said, because those are pretty challenging words to say in Spanish, especially if you're barely learning to speak Spanish. But to have more than half of her kids already learn that is absolutely some good news.
Good news.
Now, aside from their shapes, she said that they are continuing to learn, and more than half of her kids can already name all the colors, you guessed it, in Espanol.
Rojo.
Very good.
Miss Mata.
Rosado?
Rosa.
Rosa. That's right.
Blanco.
Blanco.
I said it right. They'll correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right. So they are really, really learning. And aside from all of those skills that they're learning, they also have what she is calling TK social time, where they just get to hang out, kind of like our lunch bunch for the older kids.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
It is rather cool because they can come and hang out and talk and get to know each other.
Good news.
Wow. Man, Miss Martha, we need like our own assembly for good news. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And you know what? It makes me extra happy after hearing all this good news.
I kind of feel like, you know how you walked us through like having a positive attitude, like it boosts you up. It makes you want to say, you know what? You go, girl. You go, boy.
That's
You guys
right.
are amazing.
Whew. That's great.
Well, we got to put this energy somewhere. So let's touch. We got to switch. We got to switch. It's time to touch our toes and stretch. Reach down to the floor. Oh, touch your toes and reach for the ceiling. And roll your head. But don't roll it too fast because it might fall off. Okay, and then can't forget our arms.
Got to work those arms.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's march it out. And run. Simply. Okay. We'll do a quick one because we're running out of time, but in 1, 2, 3, and again, 1, 2, 3, okay, boys and girls, great job. Are you ready, Miss Martha?
I'm ready, and I know that you can handle both jobs today.
Because I got this.
You do. Go, girl.
Easy peasy. Because you know why, Miss Martha? I believe in myself. And every time I do it, I get better.
And I believe in you too. And so does the whole audience.
Hold on, I just need to get a little organized. Okay. Ready? In 1, 2, 3, I can and I will.
Have prided myself in my school.
I can and I will.
Have a positive attitude.
I can and I will.
Make wise choices.
I can and I will.
Act safely.
I can and I will.
I can and I will. I can and I will.
Make it a great day, boys and girls. Enjoy your weekend. Be sure to remember why we have Friday and Monday off. And other than that, make it a great day.
And continue to make wise choices.
Wise choices. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.